Welcome to Guru's Real Estate Coaching Radio. My name is Bill Zelp and I'm your host. And I'm excited to be here for episode number 10 of our podcast. This podcast is made for realtors and people looking to become the top realtor in their marketplace. We're going to continue today talking about some habits of successful realtors. One of the things that when I got into this business, and I've done ever since, is I study the top 10% of realtors. What do they all have in common? What things do they do every day that make them successful? What's the difference between that person that makes $100, $200, $500, $1 million a year in real estate and that person that struggles to make $50, $60, $75,000? There are easy to identify differences. There are habits, like I said, and today we're going to continue talking about some of those habits. So I'd also like to invite everybody to follow me at America's Gurus. I'm on all platforms on that. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, I'm there. So just look up America's Gurus with an S and be sure to follow me. I do training videos. I put out 2, 3, 4 training videos a week. So in addition to this podcast, you can get other short, they're only a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes tops videos, but they will provide you with things, with tips and things like that you can apply each day. And that's the point of this too, is to give you things that you can apply immediately. So let's talk about some more habits of the best realtors. The first one I want to talk about is top realtors know their town or towns that they serve inside and out. What does that mean? And why is that important? We talked a little bit last week about the fact that you need to know everything about a property before going on, putting it on sale, as far as knowing, the value of the house, knowing that there's a for sale by owner around the corner, knowing that the house that's down the street that's $35,000 over what everything's sold at is still sitting there because it's overpriced. And being able to speak to anything so you don't get blindsided. Well, it's almost as important. I won't say it's as important, but it's almost as important to know that same type of intimate knowledge of what's going on in the town around you. So if you specialize in a town or a group of towns or an area or however it works out, what I want you to do is know everything happening in that town. I want you to look around. I want you to get informed. Usually there's local websites, little newspapers that come out for the town that have the events. They have what new businesses are opening. They have what is going on in the schools. They have the fact that, where the 4th of July fireworks are, where the Labor Day or Memorial Day parade is, where all of those things are, and you need to keep up to date on it. There are several reasons for this. The first reason is the more you can share with somebody that's thinking about buying in a town, the more you're going to look like that local expert, and they're going to trust you, and they're going to trust that not only do you know what's going on, but they'll trust you with their real estate needs. The second part is these are the types of things that you want to be collecting and sharing on your social media. As we've spoken about before in previous podcasts, if all you do is post real estate, real estate, real estate, real estate, you're going to bore everybody to sleep. Unless a person's looking to buy or sell right now, they don't care. They don't care what interest rates are today if they're not looking to buy. It's not on the top of their list. So what are they going to do? They're going to tune you out. But when you tell them, hey, you know what? 4th of July fireworks are at 9 o'clock at the park and blah, 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 blah. Bring your chairs, bring a lot of water. It's going to be hot. Whatever those things are. If you tell them about a new restaurant opening, a show that's going to be, they're doing a Broadway show at the high school. When you go and give people that type of information, now guess what? They woke up. They stopped being bored by your content. And it does two things. Number one, makes you that local expert of knowing everything going on, right? And number two, what does it do? It keeps you top of mind in the person's head. Because when it comes time and they are looking to buy or sell, guess what's going to happen? They're going to think of you first. And when they think of you first, Now they're going to pick up the phone and call you. You're going to do more business. Guys, this is what top realtors do. You'll see them. If you go out into a town, you'll see a top realtor. They're sitting there in the stands at the high school football game. They are at that community mixer. They're involved in the community, and they're telling other people about it, and they're networking and they're meeting people and things like that. And that leads to our next habit, which don't mind the Michael Jackson pun, but ABP, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. What is ABP? Always be prospecting. I tell you, and hopefully your broker also tells you this, or if you're working with another real estate coach, hopefully they're drilling into your head that you have to spend 3 hours a day, 5 days a week on the phone or face-to-face somehow prospecting. Getting out with new people, people that you already know, and new people, having a balanced mix, and prospecting. But does that mean that you punch a clock? So you say, my prospecting time is 9 a.m. to noon. And you come in, you start with your expired listings because obviously they're who you want to hit first because there's the most competition and they're new. You call your for sale by owners, you call your sphere of influence, maybe you call a referral, maybe you call around a neighborhood, you do a just listed or just sold call. Bing, your timer goes off, it's noon, you did your 3 hours, you reached your number, the number of people that you needed to connect with, and I'm golden and I'm done for the day. Great, okay? Are you going to be successful that way? Probably, but are you going to be the number one? Are you going to really be that top 10? No. Why? The best of the best understand when they walk out of that 3 hours of prospecting, their whole life continues to be prospecting. They go to the grocery store. They're wearing a real estate shirt. Maybe it's a logo shirt or whatever else. Or for some of you that wear name tags, you're wearing your name tag. And what are they doing? They're trying to get in conversation. So you're standing at the deli in the grocery store. You talk to the person to the left. You talk to the person to the right. You talk to the person at the deli. You're in the line, right? Get a conversation going with the people around you. They're always, and this is what they do. They're always, always, always working. They are out at, again, their kids' baseball game or football game or soccer game, and they're sitting in the stands. They're getting to know the people around them. They're at a community event. They're at a parade in the town, whatever it is. They're there. And what do? They're talking to everyone around them. They're wearing something that identifies the fact that they're a realtor. They're knowing what's going on, and they're always meeting people. And when you meet those people, you try as best you can to get their information, their name, their email address, and their phone number, and get them in your database. And now you've built your sphere of influence. And that's the real secret, because now you can follow up. Hey, it was great meeting you at the parade in the city the other day. Blah, 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 blah. And you call them and you follow up and you develop a relationship. You find out if they're looking to buy or sell, what their situation is. You find out if they have any friends that are looking to buy or sell and what their situation is. And guys, this is how the top realtors do it. Your ABP, always be prospecting. Everywhere you are is a place for you to meet somebody, build a new relationship, and either have a new client or someone that's going to refer a client to you. The third one builds right on this as well that we're going to go through today, and that is act like a politician. Act like a politician, absolutely. Act like a politician. You should be out shaking hands and kissing babies. Everywhere that you are, you want to be out and about. You want to be talking to people. You want to be meeting people. You want to be getting to know people. And you want to act like you're running for a public office. Never get yourself in a controversial subject. And listen, I know none of this is popular right now, right? Everybody hates politicians. Well, guess what? They don't hate their local politicians, and that's what you're trying to be. I want you to walk around the town like you were the mayor of that town. I want you to feel like you want to know every person in that town, that you know everything going on in that town. See a common theme here? Know everything going on in that town. Always be positive, no matter what. Even if something bad happens, maybe something happens in the school district and you don't like what the school board did or whatever it is, don't get involved in that. Get involved in the positive side of it. just like a politician, so that everything is all about shaking hands and kissing babies, guys. And what you're going to do is you're going to find that people are going to like you, they're going to know you. And the biggest thing that they're going to do is when they think of the town that you're in, they're going to think of you. And when that happens, the next step too is that, and this is why you sprinkle your real estate in your posts. So you talked about the new pizzeria that opened. You talked about the fact that they're doing this show at the local school. You talked about the great high school football game that you went to. You talked about the parade in the town, and then you sprinkled in, it's, you're the best listing agent in the town. You sprinkled in, hey, mortgage rates dropped a quarter point or went up a quarter, whatever it is, and you sprinkled the real estate in. And what you're doing now is you're getting this name, face recognition, and the reminder that you're a realtor, that they should call you with all their real estate needs, that if they hear anybody else has a real estate need, that they should make sure they get in touch with you. And guys, this is what makes this go. This is what makes a good realtor a top realtor, because they're always prospecting, like we said in the last tip, and like we said in this tip, they're acting like a politician. So it's almost like you want your polls to go up. Think about it that way. And how do your polls go up? By more people knowing you and liking you and things like that. And the best part is you don't have to make any controversial laws or decisions that are going to make somebody dislike you or disagree with you. So always keep it there. So thanks for joining us for these three. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to change gears a little bit and talk a little bit more kind of technical things that top realtors do. And we'll get into that when we come back right after this break. Thanks for listening to Guru's Real Estate Coaching Radio.
You are one of many realtors in your town. Most realtors use the same marketing tactics. They buy leads, door knock, send postcards. With no product differentiation, the client chooses the agent doing the most business. Why shouldn't they? That realtor uses the same marketing templates as you, but has proven to the client that they can get the job done with their track record of business. Meanwhile, you and the hundreds of other local realtors are all using the same marketing strategies and can't show that you're as successful as that top agent, while the client learns to ignore your efforts. This is where the My Town Guru's marketing and learning system comes in. We only work with one realtor per town, differentiating them as the digital mayor or guru of their town. How do we do this? We create a website and social media pages exclusively for your town. We include local news, events, and partner with local businesses to provide fresh, up-to-date content management on your website and social media sites. Next, we help you build a community on social media, creating a unique place where neighbors can meet and share local news, events, local happenings, heads-up notifications, job postings, advice, lost pets, remember whens, and more, all with you in the center of it. We then teach you how to leverage relationships with local business owners and community organizations. Our unique solution allows them to post on your webpage and social media sites for free and instantly builds value and trust while anchoring you as the local expert and a resource for your community. This makes relationship building simple with every business and community organization in your town and makes you the natural realtor for them to refer business to. Also included is our Step Ahead Real Estate Training Academy. Our industry-best online learning system and daily motivation videos teach you the skills you need to be a top realtor. There are 12 tracks of learning, 48 learning modules, and over 500 individual lessons and breakout sessions. This is the best educational system available to realtors, all included in the My Town Guru system. Stand out from the crowd and stop marketing your way to mediocrity. Become the official town guru of your town today. Contact us now for a free demo and to reserve your town. Hurry before it's gone.
And we're back at the Guru's Real Estate Coaching Radio, and we're continuing to talk about habits of top producers. Our next habit I want to talk about is a habit of warming up. What does that mean? That means that if you were going to go do something athletic, would you just go out and start sprinting, or would you stretch your muscles, warm up, and things like that? Well, it's the same thing in real estate. Every top realtor has someone that is a script partner. Many of them, it's another top agent that they work with. Sometimes people will use a spouse or a child or whatever, but have a script partner. And every day before you go out, before you get involved in your day, before you get started, what I want you to do is warm up. So what does that mean? It means take a half hour. Even if you can only do 15 minutes in a day, but I would try to do at least a half hour every day. Get this other script partner, meet with them, or at least be on the phone, and go through and get warmed up and practice your skills. So if you're going to be calling for sale by owners that day, practice your for sale by owner skills. Let them throw a couple monkey wrenches at you like a Fizbo would. Let them get your brain engaged, get your brain lubricated, warmed up, and ready to go, so that when you start making those calls, you're not cold. You're warmed up, you're ready to go. If you're going to do a listing conversation, run through a listing conversation again with that, with that script partner. Let them go and look and maybe again throw a couple objections at you and see how you respond. And so when you go and you actually are picking up the phone, or you're going in that listing conversation, or you meet that person in the hallway, or you call your friend, whatever those things whatever those things that you do are, you're ready to go and you're warmed up. Top realtors do this. It's not just about the warm up though. It's about the practice. Doing scripts day in and day out makes you better and makes you stronger. Because if you do a script with me and I do a script with you, think about this. What happens? I end up picking up something that maybe you missed, right? And say, really you should think about saying or not saying whatever the thing was in the middle of that. Or maybe you want to add this in. And what ends up happening is your script partner ends up coaching you. And the same thing happens the other way. They say, you did really good on X, Y, and Z, but you forgot A, or you forgot B, or you forgot whatever it was. And it helps you to think better. It helps you to improve your skills and get better and better and better every day. I always tell people, if you get hit with an objection, the best thing you can do is bring it back to a script partner or to a group. I run a group in my offices every Friday where people are encouraged to come back with something that maybe tripped them up in a conversation, or to one of our script mastery classes. And what ends up happening is everybody in the room hears it. They hear what it was. This is one of those things that we practice it, we learn it, we get it better, and then guess what happens? They never, ever have to deal with that again, because the next time they get that objection, guess what? They're completely ready. The next time they get that objection, they're not falling for it, and they're good to go. So get warmed up, guys, and practice scripts regularly. That's a big thing. The last thing that I want to talk about for today is another habit of highly successful realtors is the fact that they plan tomorrow at the end of today. They plan what they're going to do the next day, the day before. It's usually the last thing they do. So I always tell people, put whatever, if you work 9 to 5, at 4:45, 4:40, put on your calendar and block it every day that you're going to put down what you're going to do tomorrow. Why? I want you waking up in the morning with clarity. I also want you wake up in the morning, if you're anything like me, you wake up in the morning, it's not my best time of day. Like, I'm not going to get up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to take over the world today. So for me, I'll say that the day before, thinking, oh, that's all right, that's for tomorrow, and I can plan. So when I wake up in the morning, it's not what am I going to do today, it's these are the things I'm doing today. Another thing is when you're doing that is not only just planning those, but planning what are the priorities. You as a realtor, your number one priority is always your 3 hours of prospecting. So you make sure that that's what you do first. And then you say, well, I have to follow up on this, or I have to follow up on that, or whatever else. Yes, that gets you ready the day before. When you get out of bed and you get ready to start your workday, it's not, hey, what am I going to do today? Or what order am I going to do it in? It's, hey, I've got my plan. I'm getting ready to stick to my plan. I'm going to stick to my plan. And first, I'm going to make my prospecting calls. I'm going to start with expired listings. Then I'm going to call for sale by owners. I'm going to call Sphere of Influence. I'm going to a networking event at 11 o'clock in the morning. And whatever those types of things are, That's what you want to do, and have this planned and set up day in and day out so you're ready to go. Well, I want to thank you, everybody, for listening to Guru's Real Estate Coaching Radio. We will come back again next week. We'll be on our normal day, Tuesday again. So I look forward to talking with all of you then. Love your feedback. I'd love your follow-up, any ideas that you have. You can, of course, follow me at America's Gurus, any which way you want to go. Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, doesn't matter. YouTube, follow me. Let's get in contact. Watch my daily videos. You'll see I have videos that come out 3-4 days a week, sometimes more. They're short videos of coaching. So watch those, and looking forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a great week. Get that prospecting in. Go out there and get it done.